Everyone assumed the rumors would eventually fade into the background. Instead, they erupted like wildfire. Once the truth about Taekook slipped into the open, nothing remained the same, not for them, not for their careers, and not for the millions watching every second from behind their screens. For some, this moment marked the beginning of something genuine. For others, it signaled danger, pressure, noise, and expectations strong enough to tear the two apart. The only real question left was simple but heavy. Was this revelation an ending, or the start of a story they could no longer hide? The silence that followed the reveal didn't feel like resolution. It felt like the quiet before a storm, unpredictable, massive, and messy. Both Taeyoung and Jungkook sensed it, even if neither had said anything publicly. The world had already decided that something monumental had shifted between them. Back in the apartment, the atmosphere was unfamiliar. Not awkward, just dense, charged. Jungkook sat on the couch scrolling through endless reactions, edits, theories, and arguments. Taeyoung stood near the window, arms folded, staring at the dark sky as if it could offer clarity. "You okay?" Jungkook finally asked, voice low but gentle. "I don't know yet," Taeyoung answered without turning. Jungkook leaned back, exhaling. The rumors, the whispers, the suspicions, they'd lived with all of it for years. But now there was evidence. A moment caught on camera that wasn't planned, wasn't staged, and wasn't meant to be seen. Taeyoung eventually left the window and walked toward him, taking a seat close enough for their knees to nearly touch. "It was bound to happen," he murmured. "We couldn't stay invisible forever." "Does it scare you?" Jungkook asked. Taeyoung's small, genuine smile answered before his words did. "It scares me. But not enough to regret anything." Something inside Jungkook eased, just a little. "But things are going to get harder," Taeyoung added quietly. "The company, the fans, the media. Everyone will want answers." Jungkook nodded, fingers fidgeting with his hoodie. "And what do we want?" Taeyoung asked, his voice softer. Jungkook met his eyes, and the air shifted between them. "I want us to stop hiding," Taeyoung said. Jungkook didn't expect that. His breath caught. His whole career had been built on caution and controlled emotions, but Taeyoung's honesty cracked something open inside him. "What if it becomes too much?" Jungkook whispered. "Then we face it together." Jungkook hesitated, then let his hand move toward Taeyoung's. Their fingers touched, barely, like a quiet promise neither was ready to break. "So, what happens now?" Jungkook finally asked. Taeyoung let out a soft, breathy laugh. "Now we figure out whether this is just a moment, or the beginning of everything." Morning arrived too soon. Jungkook woke first, the early light painting warm streaks across Taeyoung's peaceful face. For once, Jungkook allowed himself a simple truth: he cared for him, deeply, and not as an idol or label mate, but as someone who mattered beyond fame and headlines. Then his phone buzzed. Again. Again. Then non-stop. Reality returned fast. Staff messages. News alerts. Reactions. Demands. Taeyoung stirred awake, mumbling, "You're up early." "Couldn't sleep," Jungkook admitted. "Everything feels different now. Like there's no going back." Taeyoung stretched and moved to the kitchen. "Sometimes the lines we cross are the ones we were meant to cross," he said as he poured coffee. Jungkook's phone buzzed again. "They want a meeting today." "The company." Taeyoung froze for a moment. "And what do they expect us to say?" "They want us to deny it," Jungkook whispered. Taeyoung looked at him, fear flickering behind calm eyes. "And what do you want?" Jungkook stepped closer. I'm tired of pretending you don't matter to me. Taeyoung's breath caught. Then don't, he whispered. Just, don't. But I can't say it unless you say it too. Taeyoung reached up, touching Jungkook's cheek. You won't stand alone. Not this time. The drive to the building felt endless. When they walked in, the building seemed to hold its breath. Every stare, every whisper, every step felt heavier than usual. Inside the meeting room, executives, managers, and media staff waited. A tablet displayed the video, paused at the frame that changed everything. This, an executive said, tapping the screen, is what the world saw. Now we need to decide how to respond. Options? Taeyoung asked calmly. Option 1, deny everything. Say it was edited or misunderstood. And option 2? Jungkook asked. Acknowledge it. But be prepared for backlash. Jungkook breathed in slowly. What if we don't deny it? The room froze. Are you aware of the consequences? An executive asked. Yes, Jungkook said. And he meant it. All eyes shifted to Taeyoung. And you? I don't want to lie about something important, he said. The next question landed like a hammer. Are you two in a relationship? Their hearts pounded. Their eyes met. Yes, they answered together. Silence followed, deep, irreversible. When they exited the building, the outside world had already transformed. Cameras flashed. Voices shouted questions. Security rushed them into the car, but the noise stayed lodged in their chests. It's starting, Taeyoung said. Yeah, Jungkook replied. Back at Jungkook's apartment, the silence felt heavy but familiar. They set their phones aside, letting the world argue without them. Some fans are happy, Jungkook murmured. Some feel betrayed. We can't control them, Taeyoung said gently. We can only be honest. Jungkook met his eyes again. I didn't say yes because of pressure. I said it because I'm tired of being halfway brave. Taeyoung's expression softened. I'm scared, he admitted quietly. Me too, Jungkook whispered. But I'd rather be scared with you than safe without you. The tension melted just enough for warmth to slip through. We'll get through this, Taeyoung said. Together, Jungkook whispered. Night settled over the city, lights glowing softly through the windows. They sat side by side on the floor, wrapped in a heavy mix of exhaustion and something tender. My family called, Taeyoung said. And? They just asked if I'm okay. Jungkook smiled faintly. My brother texted. He said, about time. Taeyoung laughed softly, a sound warmer than anything that day. Do you think they'll make us apologize? He asked. Maybe, Jungkook said. Or maybe they'll wait to see how the public reacts. Taeyoung sighed. People change their minds so fast. But even if we're not what they expected, Jungkook replied, that doesn't make us wrong. Taeyoung studied him, touched by the quiet strength in his voice. Jungkook reached out, brushing a strand of hair behind Taeyoung's ear. The touch was simple, but full of meaning. Come here, he whispered. Taeyoung leaned into him, resting gently against his shoulder. What if the world gets cruel? Jungkook asked. Then we hold on tighter, Taeyoung whispered. Jungkook lifted his chin, meeting his gaze. We don't have to prove anything. Just to each other, Taeyoung finished. That's enough, Jungkook said. Their fingers intertwined, no fear, no hiding, just truth.